The Businessman of the Year is awarded to an individual who has over the past 5 years made significant achievements in the development and growth of their business and the region's economy. Our 2015 Businessman of the Year is Joe Nettemeyer, President and CEO at Valin Corporation. Valin is the leading provider of technology solutions in the western United States, serving the semiconductor, electronics, life sciences, and key energy industries. Joe joined Valin in 2001 as President and CEO, succeeding founder Alan Vidinsky. In Joe's first 120 days with Valin, they went from being a $75 million company to $25 million company. Valin suffered a huge loss with the dot-com crash, as 87% of their business was focused solely on the high-tech market. Not a good start. But as a result, Joe had to overcome tremendous challenges and growth hurdles in the past 14 years, and under Joe's leadership, Valin has grown from a $25 million company to a $150 million company. The rapid growth can be attributed to acquisitions and business model innovation, with greater focus being given to designing and building solutions for their customer base and providing after-sales support services. Valin, an employee-owned company, has experienced rapid growth in recent years and now ranks as the 19th largest privately owned company in Silicon Valley and the 39th fastest growing companies in Silicon Valley, as reported by the Silicon Valley Business Journal. Valin also comes in at number 44 on the Industrial Distribution's Big 50 list. Valin made Modern Distribution Management's Top 40 Industrial Distributors list, coming in at 38. Joe has had considerable involvement both in the industry and with charitable organizations. He currently serves as the board chairman of the NAW Institute for Distribution Excellence, an advisory board member for Texas A&M University's Industrial Distribution Program, and as an advisory council member of Unleash WD, a program designed to promote innovation in the wholesale distribution industry. Joe is also the former board chair for Partners in Sustainable Development, a charitable organization focused on solving the problem of hardcore poverty in Bangladesh. Joe is a former member of the board of Parent-Child Guidance Center, now is Family Links, based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which provides services to families whose children suffer from autism, Down syndrome, and other mental health disabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2015 Businessman of the Year, President and CEO of Valin Corporation, Joe Nettemeyer.
Thank you. Well, it's interesting to be here this evening and have your legal counsel on the dais with you. I had a prepared speech, and when he took the first salutation of good evening and said, you know, that could be a misrepresentation if someone's not having a good evening, I threw the speech away. But I'll give you the Texas A&M greeting, and it requires a response. So I'd like to hear you shout out. So, howdy! Howdy! It is a real privilege for me to serve on their board because I get to talk to the people in the engineering school and their faculty and students, and they're doing great things. And there's a great future in this next generation that's coming into the workforce. And it always gives me a shot in the arm to go there, but it's more important to note that I think that as I participated in all these things, I recall a dinner I had about 20 years ago with a gentleman by the name of Joe Devlin. Joe is a successful small businessman in the city of Chicago. He was engaged in his community. He served on the school board. He served on his committee. He was the mayor of this community for a while. At the age of 72, he was making a transition in his business. And he and I were having dinner, and we were speaking about different things, and I think we were engaged, I was engaged in the favorite American pastime, which was complaining about what somebody else wasn't doing to get things done. Now, Joe also is an Army Air Corps navigator in World War II. And his bomber was shot down in the Romanian oil fields. He spent 9 months in a prisoner of war camp. So he had every right to come back to this country and say, I paid my dues, what are you going to do for me? But he didn't do that. And as I was grumbling a bit, he looked at me and he said, what are you going to do about it? He said, I've served with men, and he knew my father, who was a rifleman in World War II, and he said, your father served with men that didn't come back. They had unfinished lives. But they earned for you the responsibility to participate. They earned for you the right to move past me and get to we, because we can solve problems. And for the last 20 years, it was a wake-up call for me that I had to get involved. And I think our great responsibility is to participate. To be with so many people here tonight that participate is a great honor. So I really enjoy being here with you and hearing the wonderful things we're doing in this community. But I think the other part is if you really want to have anything of great success, you got to get past me to we. And I reflect on those who taught me by example. My parents, my mother, whose education ended in 6th grade, and my father's who went in 8th grade when the demands of growing up on a small farm in Illinois in the Depression required that their work was more important than education for survival for the family. But they were determined that their sons were going to get an advanced education. They didn't have a lot of money, so they said, we are going to work to get this done. And we did. And we both went on to advanced degrees and both shared a significant amount of success, but it was the we they taught us and the foundation that they gave us in family and faith and duty and honor. That was the cornerstone of what makes my brother and I today. I think about the we of the nuns and brothers and priests. I'm a St. Louis University graduate. No problem, Santa Clara. Come on by any day, but we were around longer. I know how to out-Jesuit the Jesuits. Just kidding. But they saw potential. And not only did they open the door of opportunity, but they nudged me and my brother and many of my friends that I grew up with to realize what we could be. The people of Valin, when we were tackling this, if you want to hear of a great sales job, in 2001, I moved everybody here on July 6th, and about August 15th, I came home and said, honey, we got a little bit of a challenge ahead of us, and don't pay any attention to how big the mortgage is, and don't worry about paying the bills. I just got to take a short-term 20% pay cut. And she's still here. But, those are the kind of challenges you meet, and I had some people there that worked with me. The people at Valin, all 285 right now, are people that make a difference. But there are a few here this evening that stood with me in those dark hours when we were trying to scratch our head and say, we got to re-engineer this business. We got to do it better. And I'm sorry. They said, we'll stand with you. Fran Turbach's here this evening. She did that. I told this young man, Terrence Raja, who has become my third son. I've lost an heir because of him. But he went out and got us orders when we needed orders. Dave Heffler, who came to join me from Emerson Electric, where we worked together. They stood through those tough days, and I could talk about more, but those three really need to be singled out. And then the last person who really manifested what he's all about is my wife, Jane. We started this journey together 38 years ago. She bought into the commitment of the 20% pay cut, but more importantly, she gave me the four best gifts of my life. She taught me that we could be a great family, and I really thank her for their support. I thank you for this award. May God bless your endeavors on behalf of this community. Good night.